After days of painting and waiting for the paint to dry and then putting on another coat and all that with the painting, which is mostly done. There's a little bit in the kitchen left to do, but because we're going to be moving cupboards and things like that, I'd kind of hold off on that. But the big deal is that the subfloor is finished. So yeah, it's done. It feels really good to have that finished. And the next thing is cupboards. We're keeping some cupboards, but we're moving others. We've already removed one out of here. We have to cut this countertop to make room for the refrigerator. I'm emptying out these cupboards today because they are coming down. So the work continues and I'm super excited. But I want to give you the update that the subfloor is finished. Once we get the cupboards in place, then we'll put down the permanent floor. How exciting is that? Stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching. Cupboards is done. He got this wall newly configured. I am in the process of refilling the cupboards because I had to empty them, so everything is still kind of a mess, but we've taken the tags off these because they are now ready to be painted. We're not painting until everything else is done, so these cupboards will remain this honey-colored oak. But I just wanted to show you the progress for today. We took out this small cupboard between the refrigerator and dishwasher, and he built a wall. Inside that wall, he will insulate, since one is a heat-producing appliance and the other is a cooling appliance. And then we will put a spacer on the front of this so that it built in. Obviously, he had to cut, let me move this box, he had to cut the countertop, but the countertop is being replaced anyway, so we don't really care about that. So yeah, that got all done today. I still got boxes sitting here because I had to empty the corner cupboard, the top two shelves, but it's all done. I'm slowly putting this back together. This is our everyday dishes, and I did lose half a cupboard space here, so I'm reconfiguring this one. It's basically bread and peanut butter and hot cocoa mix and some different things up there. So yeah, so I'll reconfigure, but with the amount of pantry space I'm getting, I'm really not going to miss that cupboard space. Plus, this whole wall on the other side of the room will all be cupboards, as well as another corner cupboard where the stove is, and more cupboards there. These two drawer cupboards, along with one more drawer cupboard, will become our peninsula. So that'll all be moved. As I showed you earlier, we got the subfloor all done. So now we're at least walking on an even floor. And, you know, I'm still wearing shoes around the house because it's not so comfortable going barefoot and I don't want to get splinters. But that's our progress today. We're going to go grab some tacos because it's just a little much to cook in this room right now. We have to put a filler spacer in this gap as well, and we'll do that once we put the cupboards in that are gonna go above the fridge. You can see we still have painting to do. We'll be painting above the cupboards, but I'm in no hurry to do that because there's a lot of stuff to do in the meantime. So that's our progress. One bank of cupboards is done and ready to be painted. Yay! Thank my hubby for his hard work, and my sons and myself. We're all working on this. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Look at our progress from the weekend. Ha! Dave and I got these cabinets hung, and yes, I did help. He moved the microwave. I helped hold it in place while he screwed it in place. Look at this. It's fantastic. It just gives our kitchen such a whole new feel. Of course, we got those cupboards up on Saturday. We did these yesterday afternoon. I have not filled them yet, so that's going to be my fun project for today. You might notice there's a gap here. We'll be putting a spacer in there, so it will look flush when it's done. Now, keep in mind, these cabinets are all going to be painted white. We also put part of the peninsula in place. This little cart island will not be staying here, but it's all coming together. Over there we have an empty cabinet. Well, it's not empty now. We have an extra cabinet. I need to empty that today. So this cabinet will stay here, and the stove will be turned and moved to this spot beside that cabinet, and then we'll be putting a corner cabinet in that corner. But before we do that, we have to remove these two cabinets. We had to buy a new sink base because you have to have a special sink base for a farmhouse sink. And so we'll be having to do that. And then this, the farmhouse sink base is larger than this sink base, so we'll have to put a smaller cabinet in here. So yeah, I think it's exciting to see all this progress. It certainly has a completely different feel. Just picture them white. Tonight he might work on lighting, because while we have the recess lights in, we don't have the permanent ceiling fixture, and that one is not staying. But that's our progress from the weekend. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned.